Yo, what is up, guys? This is RizzyPOW, and we are here with the draft analysis for Season 4 of the GPC. The GPC is a new league that I am joining. Their links will be in the description below. They have a Twitter and a YouTube, so make sure to go check that kind of stuff out. But yeah, today I'm going to be talking about my draft analysis for this league. It's going to be on Showdown, actually, because it's just going to be on Showdown. It's a Showdown league. And that's actually kind of good for me because I'm more comfortable on Showdown and I'm more familiar with Showdown than Wi-Fi. So kind of happy about that. We drafted last weekend and it was all tweeted out from the GPC Twitter. This is going to be the second league I'm joining. By the way, I have the MPL NFE offseason league going on at the same time. And we just started that league as well. So we're starting two fresh leagues right over here. What else? This is also a really competitive league. I'm not gonna lie. I'm really excited for that. It's also gonna be very difficult, but we're gonna pull through and we're gonna destroy everyone, man. The Phoenix Sunfloras. We're the Phoenix Sunfloras in this league. I'm all scatterbrained. I'm sorry, but we're gonna be the Phoenix Sunfloras. I have my logo on screen. Yeah, obviously, just Weavile made it, and what else? I'll just talk about my first pick right here. Tom actually helped me quite a bit in the draft. He's giving me suggestions and stuff, and if I ever needed any assistance, I kind of went to him. So my first pick was actually gonna be Megazard X. I was the fourth pick out of 10 people in 2 divisions, but we only drafted in our division. So out of 10 people, I was the 4th person, and it was a snake draft. So I got Megazard X as my first pick. I wanted Manaphy, actually, if Manaphy was available, but I was pretty sure it was not going to be available, so I got Megazard X instead. Megazard X is a really good mon. I honestly feel it's extremely diverse. It has a lot of coverage, you know. You even got, you obviously have its 2 stabs, you got Roost, you got Will-O-Wisp. It has so much setup, like Swords Dance, Dragon Dance, and even Belly Drum. I can see, maybe I might run Belly Drum, you never know. But, yeah, so, honestly, I feel like it's a really good mon. It's a wall breaker. It also can be played defensively. I just feel like this was an overall pretty solid first pick. I know some people thought that it wasn't the best for a first pick, but, it's a good pick. Obviously, it's really weak to hazards, so I need to take note of that and be able to draft a lot of hazard removal or like appropriate hazard removal for this mon, so I can have support it and stuff like that. It gets a lot of moves. It even gets like Thunder Punch. It even has a good stat distribution, so like I can even run Mixed Zard. I could even run I can even run Defensive Zard. It's just a great mon overall, and I feel like it's really versatile, so I'm really glad with my first pick, Megazard X. And yeah, my next pick is going to actually be Jirachi. So this was 18 points. The Megazard X was 18 points as well, and it dropped me down to 82. I'm not sure if I said that, but this pick dropped me down. It dropped me down a little bit more. I don't remember. I don't want to do the math in my head. It'll be on screen, so don't worry about that. It was another 18 point here, and it's Jirachi. Jirachi is a fantastic mon, especially in this format. It is so diverse, as 100 stats across the board. And it's extremely diverse. So, you can even run special. You could even run mixed. It gets Calm Mind to set up. It's my first rocker that I got. So, yeah, that's nice. It can be run defensive. It gets Wish, Protect. It even gets Iron Head. I can flinch people to death. It's a nice check to fairies. And even, it might even be counter to most fairies as well. But yeah, I think it's a really fun mod. It even gets freaking Draco Meteor. So, we'll see if I run that. I don't know. Maybe. It gets Fire Punch as well. Trick, U-Turn. Gets nice momentum going on for me. So, I'm pretty happy about that. I got a Dragon and a Steel core so far, and I wanted to make it the classic Dragon Fairy Steel core. So, my next mon is going to be Togekiss. and it's 15 points. So I'm spending a lot of points in the beginning, but my plan was to spend a lot of points in the beginning and then start drafting really cheap towards the end. Just use, because there's a lot of cheap Pokemon that are really good as well. So I got Togekiss as my next mon. It is my first form of hazard removal in Defog, so that is really cool. It is a fairy type, so I got that nice core right over there going. That's actually a really amazing core. Megazord, Eggs, Jirachi, and Togekiss. So yeah, it's another mon that can flinch everyone to death because, you know, Serene Grace. It gets a lot of coverage as well. I can run it Nasty Plot, even Baton Pass as well, so it can even be offensive, just like my other two picks. They can be both defensive and offensive, but this thing probably will be more defensive, just because, you know, it's a Togekiss. You know, I can Thunder Wave, flinch people to death. What else does it get? You know, E-Speed, pre-power, you know, power, extreme speed. I get Fire Blast, you know. I also get Roost, Heal Bell. What else does it get? I could run, it even gets Wish, actually. Wow. So I got two Wish Passers technically. I did not know that I didn't even really realize that I got Wish, to be honest. I probably knew that, but it's just something that I just didn't think about. But yeah, those are those moves. What else does it get that's kind of good? You know, it gets some nice coverage, extra sensory. Does it get Focus Blast? Yeah, no, it doesn't. But I could even run this thing Scarfed if I really want to. You know, it gets Trick and stuff like that. So, you know, I might do that. Who knows? Who knows? It even gets some form of momentum going, a momentum move like Baton Pass. So I might even run Baton Pass. So I don't think it does not get U-turn. So yeah, it was 15 points, so a lot of points, and I feel like it's a really good mon. It's a mon that can pretty much take any one hit if I EV it correctly to do that. So that is really, really nice. Yeah, so I'm going to move on to my next mon right over here, and that is going to be Nidoking. It was 11 points. So we've used like half of our points so far on only the first 4 picks. And by the way, guys, we can draft from 8 to 12 mons total. So I can, even after 8, I can keep on going, or I could stop at 8 if I use up all my points by then. Yeah, my 4th pick is going to be Nidoking, another wall breaker. That is really nice. Nidoking is a pretty good mon. He gets that sheer force, and I can even run Life Orb to couple with that. I can even run, you know, a Scarf variant. There probably are some other, the main items that will probably carry is Life Orb or Choice Scarf, you know. I don't see it carrying many other attacks. It might, not attacks, many other, items. Maybe AV if I'm feeling like it, you know. If it has a good matchup, yeah. But yeah, Nidoking's my next mon. It's a wall breaker, you know. It's a ton of coverage. It gets the Bullet Beam combo as well as it stabs. It has usable physical offense as well as special offense. So I can run, you know, Mixed King. It even gets superpower for stuff like Chansey. What else does it get? On the physical side, you know, it gets like the Thunder Punch, Fire Punch, that kind of stuff. Shadow Claw, that's pretty good. It even gets Sucker Punch. I forgot about that, actually. Sucker Punch. It also gets Rocks, so it's my second rocker, and it also gets Talk Spike. So I might want to run that. Who knows? I don't know yet. But yeah, Nidoking is just a great wall breaker, and so far, I really like my team so far. I have you know, so many defensive options, and I even have, you know, wall breakers as well. So I'm pretty excited about that. But I decided to go for my next pick, actually to go for a Selgor, because I didn't really have too much speed, and I wasn't planning on drafting much speed. Besides a Selgor, just because a Selgor is so fast, it was so cheap as well. It was only 5 points. Plus, it gives me the option for spikes. I can even run this thing as a Life Orb. I can run Focus Sash and make it a Suicide Lead. It gets stuff like Final Gambit. It gets Encore. It even gets Baton Pass, actually. I could run Agility Baton Pass power. But yeah, it gets quite a bit of coverage as well. It doesn't have the best offenses. It only has base 100 special attack, but base 145 speed is really nice, which makes it really nice for spike stacking. It even gets knockoff, actually. It gets recover. Damn, it gets quick attack. Oh my god, the priority. But yeah, it even gets U-turn as well. Didn't realize that. It gets Sludge Bomb, Energy Ball, Giga Drain, and then, you know, it's Stab, Bug Buzz. So it's a pretty good mon. I was really excited for it. I kind of just had a need for speed, man, and I wanted a fast mon. So that's why I got it. It was pretty much free speed, and it was cheap, so it fit on my team. So that's why I got it. Really like a Selgor. And then my next mon is Rotom-Mow. This mon is, you know, it can spam Willow and stuff like that. It can even be a Scarf or Specs. It actually is a mon that I drafted because for other people in my conference, it can do pretty well. It checks a lot of Pokemon that I don't originally have a check for. I don't want to name the exact Pokemon because I don't want to, if the person who has that Pokemon is watching me right now, I don't want them to get any ideas and be like, oh, he's gonna run that versus me. But yeah, Rotom-Mow gives me a checked Pokemon that I really need to check for, and counter actually to some Pokemon as well. So it's a really nice mon. It was 7 points. So it wasn't too expensive, but it wasn't like super cheap as well. Gave me a nice electric type, and then it gave me a nice grass type as well. So we got the fire in Megazord X, and we also got a grass type in Rotom-Mow. You know, we got 2/3 of the weights, the fire water grass core as well. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, Rotom-Mow is beautiful, man. My next mon is gonna be Alamamola Mola Ebola. Yeah. That's my next mon. So it's this freaking cancer fish right here. It is a pink blue. It's a pink. What did I say blue for? But it's a pink fish. And it's actually really defensive. It's another Wish Bastard. So we got 3 Wish Bastards. That's crazy. It also has a bunch of utility with it. Now, a lot of people are saying that this mon is extremely passive, and yes, it is very passive. It is only base 40 special attack and base 75 attack, and I'm probably going to be running it specially offense because, you know, it gets the beautiful move Scald. It does get some priority as well. It gets Aqua Jet, but it's not that good. The reason why I got this mon is because it helps me in so many matchups. It gave me the bulky water type I desperately needed, and it's a counter to so many mons that it just can't deal with this mon. Now I know people can set up on this thing, but I'm gonna play this thing carefully. Obviously, it's gonna be more of a pivot. I'm gonna try using it as a pivot. I'm not gonna allow, or at least I'm gonna prevent as much as I can from Pokemon from setting up on me. It even gets Calm Mind. Oh my god, I'm running Calm Mind. Nah, I'm just kidding. I get Toxic stuff, you know, Wish Protect. It gets Pain Split. Wow, I did not know that. It gets Pain Split. It even gets Healing Wish. So this is another Healing Wisher besides Jirachi. I forgot to say that Jirachi also gets Healing Wish, which is really nice support for my team. Yeah, there's not really much to talk about it except it was just a counter to a lot of mon. It's a nice bulky water type that can spam Scald and Knock Off. So yeah, there's not really much else to say about it. And we're going to just move on to the next mon. Actually, one more thing. This Alamomola was only worth 4 points. I honestly think this is it should have been worth like 5, I think, at least. I think 4 is a bit too little for this thing. But, you know, it's cheap. I'll take it. I'll take it. So I'm realizing that I can actually probably draft one more sort of expensive mon, and I was looking at which like UU mon I would like for like something for like 9 points, and I realized that Snorlax is amazing, and it just beats so many teams as well. Drafted Snorlax after Alamamola. It was not taken yet, and I'm pretty glad it wasn't because this thing is a monster. You know, has the curse, the normal Curse Lax set you got right there. I can run Res Sleep Talk, Body Slam or Return, and then final move being Curse. I could even run Crunch as well in case my opponent has a Ghost type. There's a lot of things I can do with this thing. This thing even gets Gunk Shot. Wow, I did not know that. It gets a ton of coverage as well. It gets Fire Punch. It's a normal type as well, which is so nice. It's so especially defensive as well. It's really bulky, and I can rest up whenever I need to. It even gets Whirlwind. That's pretty cool. It gets a ton of coverage as well, actually. It gets pursuit, so it gives me a pursuit trapper, which is kind of nice because there's a pursuit trapper that I ended up wanting later, and it got sniped from me, so that kind of sucks. It even gets belly drum, which is also pretty interesting. Don't know if I'll end up running that. It gets stockpile, which I don't know, maybe. It gets fissure. I'm not going to run any fissure because it's banned. Yeah, so I'm really excited about this mon. Yeah, Snorlax is it's a pretty cool mon. You know, Curse, it's not too versatile, but it gives me a switch in for more mons as well, and it's just offensive as well. You know, and I even can set up on things, so that's pretty cool. For 9 points that was, and I'm happy with that pick. And then my next one that I wanted Skuntank, because this gave me some priority which I don't have on my team just yet. I mean, I technically do have Quick Attack Megazard X. I do have E-Speed Togekiss. I mean, I'm just naming any type of priority I have. They're not the best priority, I'm telling you. I don't think I'm going to run any of these, but I even have Quick Attack Acelgor, you know, Aqua Jet Alamomola. But yeah, that's all my, I don't have the best priority so far, so I wanted Skuntank because it got Sucker Punch. I can also Pursuit Trap some stuff. It's a nice Zam and Gengar switch in, and you can Revenge Kill them and counter it pretty much. And I'm only saying that because, Zam and Gengar went undrafted, and that's kind of why I'm not too upset about them being, gone now, because they didn't end up going drafted. Those mons didn't end up being drafted, so, at least in my division, I don't think they got drafted at all. It would have given me a counter. In my draft plan, it was there because, you know, I didn't want to lose to something like Zam or Mega Zam or Gengar. So, yeah. It also got Defog, which I really wanted another Defogger. I didn't want Togekiss to be forced to defog, forced to be my Defogger because I need support for Megazard X. Yeah, so it would have been nice, but it ended up getting sniped. I kind of wish I went Skuntank instead of Snorlax, honestly, because I wish I went that because I think Snorlax would have still been there because most people weren't picking like higher tier picks at that time. It was a bit lower at that time, but you know, it's fine. It's not that big of a deal. I really wanted Snorlax, so I'm glad I got it early, and it could have gotten sniped if I didn't do that. So I'd rather have Snorlax than Skuntank. So since it got sniped, I ended up going with Scrafty. It's another solid dark type, and this actually mon I had in MPL season 1. I ran an AV most of the time. Only ran it like 2 or 3 times, honestly. And then I even had Nidoking in the FFPL. If you guys don't remember that, I had Nidoking as well. So these are the 2 mons that I had on my draft before. Scrafty I have. So we're talking about Scrafty. It has a nice typing. It is 4 times resistant to you know, Fairy, but that's not a big of a deal. I can run a Berry for that. Scrafty's has a lot of options, you know. It even has Fake Out, which I actually ran a ton when I did run it. I ran like Assault Vest, Fake Out, I remember, to weaken Crawdaunt, because it was a huge threat to my team in Season 1. It gets Bulk Up. It has 3 great abilities, being Shed Skin, Moxie, and Intimidate. You know, it even gets High Jump Kick. I can run this thing as a Dragon Dancer as well, which it doesn't have the best speed, but I can take advantage of Dragon Dance if I want to. I could run this thing as a Choice Band variant as well. It even gets Taunt, which is pretty cool. It gets a ton of coverage. It gets the Ice Punch, Drain Punch, Knock Off, which is pretty important. It gets Zen Headbutt. Yeah. So yeah, it's a pretty solid mon. Also Poison Jab, which I can definitely be useful. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with this mon. It's nice offensively as base. I mean, 90 attack, it's not the best, but it does have really nice defenses, like 115 defense and 115 speed def. So I can really take advantage of this thing, I think, and it's going to be a fun mon. It was only 5 points, so I'm keeping the trend of, you know, keeping it cheap. So my next mon was Rhydon, because I wanted another way to set up rocks. Right now I just had Jirachi and Nidoking, and so Rhydon is right here. It's a rock type, which helps me versus birds as well. A nice rock type, you know, got that flying resist as well as, I think this is my, no, I already had a flying resist, but it's another flying resist, and it's also, it's not It's not weak to fire, so that's kind of nice. Rhydon is a mon. I could have gone Rhyperior, but Rhydon was only 4 points, so you know, and it does serve me a lot of utility. It even gets Double Dance if I want to end up running that. We'll see about that. You know, another thing it gets is Rocks. It has nice offenses as well as base 130 attack. How much does Rhyperior have? It's like Rhyperior has base 140, so just a little bit higher. But it does. I don't get. Unfortunately, I don't get access to Solid Rock, which Rhyperior does. So I kind of have 3 useless abilities: Lightning Rod, Rockhead, and Reckless. I mean, I can use Rockhead and Reckless if I want to run Double Edge, maybe. It gets some nice coverage as well. It gets Avalanche. You know. Does it get Ice Punch? I don't think it does. Oh, it does. It does get Ice Punch. So I have Avalanche, Ice Punch. You know, you got your Double Stab. Yeah, mostly I draft this thing for rocks. It can also be a counter to certain mons. So yeah, it can even be Double Dance. So that is pretty cool. I'm glad I got Rhydon right over here. It's pretty nice mon. And so my next mon after Rhydon was Torkoal. Now, I only have 4 points left, and so I really did not have many options. So I got Torkoal because I ended up getting sniped from that one mon that I wanted, Skuntank, and I did not have best hazard control. Plus, I wanted a rapid spinner for, you know, in case I want to set up spikes and still wanted to spin it off. And now I know Torkoal is ass. It's terrible. But the thing is, it can have its good matchups. There's certain matchups where it can be pretty usable and pretty good, and you know, it has options. You know, it also has Rocks, another rocker, which is pretty nice. It has Shell Smash, which I don't know about that. It's base 20 speed, so in this when you're going up against OU mons, it's really not that good for Shell Smash, but who knows, I might do that. I could even run an AV set, or actually gave me that idea. But yeah, Torkoal is a pretty cool mon. It has a nice fire typing, so that's pretty solid as well. So, you know, it might have its matchup, and I think it will at least get used once this season. Maybe not. We'll see. But my next mon, I wanted Armaldo for this one just because it gave me another spinner. It was just my best bet, in my opinion. I only had 2 points, so I had to draft like one of the really lower tier mons. And Armaldo, it's trash, but you know, it can be used as a spinner maybe. It even gets Rocks. It gets Knockoff as well, so that's kind of nice. And I ended up drafting it, and I didn't realize it was already drafted. Somebody got it already, so I ended up going with Ninjask instead. I was originally going to go Wobbuffet, but then I realized that Shadow Tag was banned, so I didn't. There's no point to get it. It's not that good. And so, I also was thinking Shedinja, but, you know, I don't really have the best hazard removal anyway. It's just a mon that's probably just going to be dead weight. So I decided to go Ninjask. You know, it's a fast baton pass user. It's extremely fast. It gets momentum like U-turn and baton pass, but it's super weak to rocks. So yeah, it's kind of, I just didn't know what to draft. I might drop it for someone like Tangela, maybe. We'll see if I want to do that. It's not the best mon, but I don't know if it'll even get used at all this season. But yeah, I'm really excited for this draft, guys. I like my team a lot. I have a lot of wall breakers. I have a lot of defensive options. I just have a lot of versatility on my team. So I'm really, really excited. I hope you guys like my draft and my thought process going through the draft and all that kind of stuff. First week we're going to be going up against New Jersey Jump Luffs, and that's a Mind Warrior 49 Christian. He looks exactly like Pokemon Trip HD. If you do not know, he's literally like, they could be twins. I would not be surprised. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed though. Remember, next battle will be the following Friday, not this Friday, but the next one, and we're gonna try to become champion, guys. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Peace.